Napoli becoming the most watched team in Serie A. Most goals, most possession, and also just pure domination. Why are they doing it? How are they doing it? And what's it all come from? Let's get straight into the video and show you why Napoli are becoming the most watched Serie A side. Welcome in, managers, and welcome to this video. It's a quick one showing you Napoli, why Napoli are playing. At the minute, they are the top goal scorers in the Serie A. They are top of the Serie A as well, which is absolutely massive. They have the second best possession in the Serie A as well. And why is that? It's because they have changed the style and the philosophy of their football. They used to be one of the oldest, if not the oldest teams on average in the Serie A. Now they've got a young, fresh looking side. They got rid of some of the old players and brought in some of the young players, which is absolutely brilliant to see from them. So I'm just going to go through things here, have a look at what they've got and why they've changed the way that they have played. And first and foremost, as you can see, as we look at the squadron here, they've got a good squad, but they got rid of Koulibaly, they got rid of Mertens, they got rid of Insigne, all older players into the team. And what they've done, they replaced them. As you can see right here, Kim Min-jae has come in as well. 15 million from Fenerbahce. Unbelievable signing. He is only 26 years old. That is not old in my eyes, but he's an absolute phenomenal South Korean centre-half. A brilliant addition into this side. Replacing Koulibaly, and he's doing a fantastic job of that as well. Also, one of their main players is the most talked about guy in football right now. The youngster that is, I have got to try and say this one right. Kvaratskhelia is also one of the most prolific players, and just look at this guy's attributes. He is absolutely phenomenal. A Georgian that has just jumped onto the scene and been absolutely phenomenal for this Napoli side. Once again, he is 21. We've just gone through a year here, so you can see that he is now 22, but he's 21 years old, coming in with a bang. And then we have the most talked about striker in Serie A as well, Victor Osimhen, the fastest player on the planet in my eyes. He's absolutely unbelievable. You can play him really much as many things as well. Poacher, complete forward, advanced forward, or a pressing forward, and he just does the job. That pace, that strength as well, absolutely phenomenal, and why he is our top goal scorer in the league. They also have Samu Agosia in their team. You will know him from playing some Fulham games in the Premiership. He got his 36. He wasn't the best of players there, but somehow at Napoli, he has turned into an absolute monster as well for them. And you just look at his attributes there. Look at their mentals. Nothing below 12. And the only thing that is 12 is leadership and vision. The rest of 14s, he is absolutely scary how good he is as well. Great strength, great stamina, pace, balance, all the good things. And he can really get the ball down, good technique, tackling, pass the ball as well. Great first touch and great dribbling. He is, oh, what a player to have in the centre. So we have all these good players. How do we get these players molded together, and what is the situation that we do? So we're going to go over to the tactics page now and see just how we get them playing. So this is the formation that we are playing. It is kind of a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-3-2-1, whichever one you want, go from there. But we do have some very important things in this side. Napoli play with the number 6. It's Lobotka. He is a regista. They play him as a regista. He's absolutely phenomenal in that role as well. He has just come on leaps and bounds. He had his time at Celta Vigo. Now he's at Napoli and he's doing a wonderful job of it. So he just sits in there, helps with the back four, and then also pushes up when he's in attack as well. He's done absolutely brilliant for them. As we were seeing, Angusia plays as that box to box. He can get up and down. There is no issues whatsoever with him getting up and down. Why? Because he's got that stamina, he's got the strength, he's got the natural fitness. He is there. And when he gets the ball, he can dribble with it. So he just runs and runs at him with a bit of danger and just puts a threat on him, especially as a big man that he is. It's brilliant to see. Then we have Zielinski as the kind of an attacking CM, just comes in here, deals with it, but when he needs to, he can get back and track down, help out as well. I know he's on attacking, but he does track back and help out as well with these two guys. So we do have a nice fluid, pretty much 7 defending as we push through. And then what you see, as you see the wingers, they stay out wide. We've got Kvaratskhelia as a inside forward, but he sticks out really wide. As you can see here, we have a fairly wide kind of attacking whip there, so they stay out wide, and what they do is they wait for the opportunity to come in. So they wait for like defenders to push in, and then boom, they hit them on the counter attack when they get the ball, and they have acres of space to get behind the back of them to try and get in. That's why we play these both on attack, so they stay more higher up in the field, and it just allows them to get the ball and push into the back of them. Obviously we have Osimhen as that pressing forward, who is kind of the instigator of the press. You'll see him trying to urge the team to get forward, urge your team to put the press on, try and get that ball back as quickly as possible, and boom, try and get straight off them, and off they go. That is what Oshiman's job is there. Then we have Romani and Kim and Jay as our centre-offs, brilliant centre-offs, and then we have Mario Rui and Di Lozano as our fullbacks. Once again, fantastic working fullbacks who get forward. Look at the pace. Pace is brilliant. Stamina, 17. Natural fitness, 18. This man could run for 180 minutes. He could do 2 games back-to-back. That's how fit he is. Gets the ball forward. Amazing tackling. Good marking. Good passing and crossing as well, which we'll come to in a sec. But that is absolutely phenomenal from him. Mario Rui as well. Once again, good pace down there. Strength is not the best, I'm not going to lie, but he has the agility and natural fitness and stamina to keep going up and down on there. And it's perfect because of that high press as well that we offer. He helps get involved in that. And it's just brilliant. Crossing 15 as well, with the 15 tackling, marking and passing brilliance as well. Good mentals apart from leadership. We don't mind leadership because we've got other leaders in the field. That is just how we set up formation wise. So we go back on here. What do we look for? So we know we've got the pace. We've got the pace in the fullbacks and we've got the pace in the right wing and left wing. So let's play into the space. We play for the wide, so we spread their defense out as physically much as possible and wait for the counter-attack there. Pass into space, get into the channels, move the ball down, and then we go at it. It's a slightly higher tempo because what I want to do is as soon as we get the ball, we kind of attack and look for the space that we can find there. And obviously, Kvaratskhelia and Lozano and Oshiman all up front, we're going to find acres of space just with that speed. And if we are like a yard off them, we can make up that with the space that we've got. So we're going to use that, and we run with the ball because literally everyone in that like 5 can run with the ball. You've got obviously Oshiman, Kvaratskhelia, Lozano, Zielinski, and Guset all can run with the ball. That is why we have run with the ball and run at the defense, put a bit of scare on them, then find the right pass. Like I say, we have slightly shorter passing, but that is kind of, the short passing just comes with a positive mentality. They do play the ball over the top, which is fine, all for that, and that's just pretty much how it goes. We only play counter as well because we don't really counter press. We let them do the press themselves. So I don't really tell them counter press because that's the whole team pushing up, where I just want the top strikers getting involved and the wingers as well to get involved in that. So I don't have counter press on. I let them do them on their own. But we do have counter, so we can push forward and try to get the ball forward and try to get in behind the back of them. We do also have a high line press. So we do on a high press up there with a little bit of often trigger, which is what we do. We get the press onto him. That's why we didn't have counter press, because we've already got the press on there. We don't need the double press. That'll just be a little bit too much and a little bit excessive there, so we don't have that. But we do have a high line of defense. Once again, we've got the pace to cut back if we need to. So if we need a ball over the top, we've got the 4 players there that are more than capable in the back 4 line to get that ball out of defense and just clear it away. Get stuck in is because we like a bit of physicality in the team. We've got the players to be physical as well. You've seen the strength on most of them. We can get the physicality on this team, no problem at all whatsoever. So that is kind of how the play works. We look to go wide, we look to get the ball in over the top, and that is how we run with it. And I think you've already seen, if you have a look at the Napoli one, you can already see we are top of the league. We actually won the Serie A, and we did absolutely fantastic as well with it. If I go to stages there, as you can see, we are the top goal scorer, and we have done it by a marginal amount. 86 goals this year for us. I think the second highest is 68. 38, not the highest, not the lowest, sorry, but we did concede a few goals, which we could talk about that. That's not ideal, but we did win by 3 points. But the main thing is that we are clear from third by 11 points. Pretty much a high points record that we've got there for Napoli, and the fact that we won the season off the rip. And here's one of the best things as well that happened to us. We started off fantastically well. We didn't lose until the World Cup come. I hate the World Cup. No matter what FM save I do, the World Cup just absolutely destroys me. But we have some fantastic results in here as well. Once again, if we get to some of them, beat Lazio. I always like beating Lazio. There's something about it. So we beat Lazio. We beat Torino as well, 3-0 with Oshiman getting on the score sheet. We beat PSG, which was absolutely bonkers. Zielinski gained us 2 goals, and then we beat Atalanta. We know from the Rome one, if you haven't checked the Roma, go check the Roma video out as well. We struggled against Atalanta, so it was nice to beat them with Oshiman getting on the score sheet. And then we come back from the World Cup, and it was absolute disaster to start with. 2 draws. We got through to the 3rd round of the Italian Cup. We drew to Sassuolo. We then beat Roma, getting a nice 2-1 win. As Raspadori gets on the score sheet as well. A crazy 4-4 with Oshiman, Anguissa, Zielinski, and Kim Min-jae getting on the score sheet. Did alright. We took a bit of a spanking from Juventus, and then Spezia just beat us. I don't know, because it was 4 days after or something like that. We kind of just got a low morale or something like that, and we just got an absolute spanking from Spezia. We just move on from that one, and we just say, okay, that was a bad one. Then we went on a good run again, getting into the Champions League. I think that's the quarterfinal, round of 16, sorry. We beat Porto. We absolutely spanked Porto as well. We drew 0-0 away from home, but then 3-0. We just come in, opened up, and just did a real good job of that one. We beat Lazio yet again. Osimhen gained 2 goals for us, which is brilliant. We then lost 1-0 away from home against Barcelona, and then at home we get a 4-3 win. We go through on penalties. As you can see there, Osimhen gained a hat-trick, playing a perfect 10, which is unbelievable. We did get a goal in the extra time. We did actually go through there, which was bonkers, but we did get a little bit stumped as we did take on Real Madrid. We lost both legs against Real Madrid, 2-1 and 1-0, unfortunately. So semi-finals of the Champions League is a very, very impressive run there. We did lose then against Roma, which I thought was a little bit harsh. We did play all right, but not the best, but we did end the season on absolute flying colours as a 4-0 win against Juventus, and then a 5-3 win against Inter Milan, which lifted us the trophy. And Guzzi getting on the score sheet, Osimhen, Zielinski getting 2, and Almas getting 1 in the dying seconds of the game. Probably didn't need the 9 seconds of the game one, but it was just nice to get it. So we got some huge results in there as well. If I go to the data hub as well, I'll show you a couple of stuff that we got. We got averaging per games per goal, which was 2.26, which is mad. Expected goals per game was 2.2, so we averaged 2.2 goals per game, which was bonkers. We conceded 1 per game, which is not too bad, considering it's above average in the league as well. So we need to be a little bit lower on that one. Expected goals against was 1.19. Shots per game were always so high on that as well. So 19 shots per game, which is way, way above average of the Serie A. Shots on target ratio was a little bit above average as well, but we were getting that many shots on there. Pass completion is poor from us. We could have potentially gone a little bit better on that, but I think it was the balls over the top and playing into the space just might lead to you not getting the ball to your players, because you're playing it into space and over the top. They've got to run onto it. It's up to 2 players there, not 1 player playing the ball to you, if you understand what I mean there. Tackles 1 was a little bit down, but we didn't really need that many tackles, as you will see as we go over to the league yet again. And we go into the stats. And we go into the detailed stats. As you can see, yeah, there we go. Our opposition passes per defensive action was 3.26, which is the lowest, so that is big for us. We did really well, even though we said like we were conceding 1 goal per game. To have that was really, really well as well. So I'm happy with the way that came out, even though we were conceding some goals. But it is what it is. Like I say, we've had the most goals, and we, like I say, outscored them by 20 goals, which is massive for us. Our expected goals was 84, so it means we were creating chances. As you see, Lazio only on 57, so we were actually making some of the best chances in the game as well. So that's great to see. Here is what we're saying, though. Completed crosses, 228. In the 38 matches, we had a 26% completion of that. That is huge for us, and that is massive, and that was one of the big ways that we actually got ahead and got most of our goals. So that was brilliant to see that as well. Created chances, we had 165, which is another, yet again, 31 above any other team, which is huge for us. We'll take that all day. Shots, we had 723. Once again, that's 113 above anyone else, which is crazy yet again. Shots on target, 308, which was 78 more than any other team. So you can see why we were scoring goals. And like I say, we were averaging about 19 shots, 3 more than any other team in the league. Fouls against, we were top of, so means we've been having the ball. So our dribbling ability has been very well. As you can see there, we have 48 more fouls given against us. Sorry, given fouls against us than anyone else, which is absolutely nuts. And that becomes from this, where we have been dribbling a lot more. 784 dribbles. Highly, highly on the dribbles. You can see how we had that many players in there. And this is what Napoli do. They use the players around them to try and get the ball forward and as quickly as possible. And dribbling with them and the dribbling ability of this team helps that out as well. Dribbles per game was 20. So that is absolutely great from us down there. Possession 1, we won the possession 5,154 times, one of the highest, and you can see how it's more of the lower sides that are in here. No offense to them: Verona, Salernitana, Torino, Cremonese, Sampdoria, they are the lower side. So for us to be up there and getting the press and getting the ball back instantly is brilliant to see. And that's just what we were doing. We were winning the ball back, getting in them, getting at them, and just taking our chances as we could possibly. So final third passes against, we were top of as well. And we were top by 101. That is brilliant to see. Some of the big boys are up here as well. Inter, Atalanta, Fiorentina, Lazio, Milan. It just means that we got the ball back higher up the field than anyone else. And as soon as they got the ball, we put pressure on them and got the ball back. Huge to see that. And I'm absolutely over the moon with that because that just shows just how well we have been defending as well. So great stuff to see that, and great to see that we can push on and get involved in that. Osimhen came top goal scorer with 29 goals. He got the most average rating as well. Got most of the player of the matches. He will get that because he's banging goals in 4. He's got 10. We did see Zielinski with the most assists, getting 15 assists, playing as that attacking centre mid. And if you can see here, we were 6th best with conceded goals. We were the 4th worst with 99 yellow cards. That's a lot of yellow cards. 3rd worst with 5 reds. So the get stuck in was a little bit rough. But that, guys, is our Napoli tactic. It won us the Serie A. We got to the semi-finals of the Champions League with Napoli, and this is just how they play and how they do stuff. So, yeah, if you give this tactic a whirl, let me know how you get on with it. It's pretty basic of what they do, but you just kind of take advantage of the wings, execute the crosses. If you're going to use this with another team, I would highly recommend that you have really good fullbacks that can get forward with a lot of stamina, a lot of natural fitness, and got good crossing to whip the ball in. And you need pacey players up here to get onto them whip balls, because that passing to play or passing to space is going to be crucial for you. So guys, thank you very much for joining me and checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, hit the subscribe. It helps me out massively on the YouTube. We're trying to get to 500 before the end of the year. Hopefully we can do that, and Santa will give you some nice presents if you do hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see me live, I'm live over at Twitch. So we do it at twitch.tv/tick147 to see more content from me. Head over there, give it a tick on the old purple platform. So guys, thank you very much for joining me. If you have any other tactics or managers or teams that you are enjoying right now, let me know down below in the comments, and we'll get some crazy tactics going, or replicate some tactics as well, as this has been a fantastic episode and I've really enjoyed it. So guys, thank you very much for joining me and spending a little part of your day checking out my content. It means the world to me. Catch you all next time. Much love and bye-bye.